Leonard puts the shoulder down off the glass. Towns, the dribble into Zubac, the spin, and the bounce.
Bring in Montrezl Harrell, and we're going to bring in others. You've got to get Carl involved while Zubac is in the game.
Towns with a head of steam! Threw it right up 7 feet tall. George takes the screen from Zubac, who rolls to the basket, but George will take it himself. But then it goes to Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann, the rookie, making his first start tonight. Leonard, tough look at the three. Okogie with the kick out finds Towns. Nice touch from Karl-Anthony Towns.
Eat right now. Carl's 3 of 4. He's been the most effective player on the floor for Minnesota.
Paul George hits the shot, the only players to have scored for the Clippers. Shot fake from Leonard. Baseline 2 up and over Wiggins.
They'll run wide pin downs for guys like Kawhi Leonard. He'll just back you down, and you see PG knocking down another triple.
In for LA with Kawhi Leonard taking the jump shot. Leonard,
he's a killer.
5 Teague coming off a 32-point game, tying his season high. Karl-Anthony Towns hits the 3.
It's a game in the second chance variety. Montrezl Harrell is also number 2 in the NBA in points in the paint for a good reason. That's
X's in the paint.
A lot of green in the paint as well.
Teague in the paint. Leonard uses the screen from Harrell. That was a deep screen. Men's rebounding's best in second chance points. Teague. Up and in. Jeff Teague with a couple of floaters. Shot from Patrick Patterson. Off the mark. Lob pass. Napier to Wiggins.
It's good to get some easy hoops
per game, but he is officially a bench player. Backdoor for Wiggins. Second time that has worked this quarter. Napier to Jang and a nice pass. He had Wiggins open on the wing before the quarter ends. Wiggins takes the screen from Towns. Steps back behind the three-point line, hits it!
Establish yourself, with the Los Angeles Lakers, and I don't care what the Clippers can do. I mean, the Lakers are always going to be number 1 as Trez gets another instant. Those 23 draft picks are incredibly valuable for OKC to get another one. Paul George knocks down another triple. This is going to the Lakers. They already got LeBron James, and when AD is going to the Lakers, the Clippers had to do that.
Gorgie Jang, and next week, Wednesday. Next week, Wednesday. George. Man, what physical.
That possession, quarter by quarter, and they forced that turnover just by playing hard, having pressure as PG again.
Patterson with the board, and here is Paul George. George steps back from Covington, and 37.
With no Lou Williams, no Patrick Beverly, you got other guys having to handle the basketballs, and they both handle the block a lot. Good defense there. Nice job by Teague.
And Teague will hand it off to Covington at the last second, and Rocco, 5th board of the game.
Good job that time to not let Kawhi Leonard back down.
Teague high off the glass. Towns before the shot clock, but an offensive try on the rebound by the Clippers. And here's Okogie, head of steam.
Wow.
Lead here with 3:50 left in the first half. Towns steps back from Zubac. Three-pointer good for Carl.
Zubac did not have a lot of success guarding Towns early in the game.
This is Minnesota's first lead since it was 7-6, but Basketball's got 6 consecutive for the Clippers. Working in the lane, working on Culver, and that'll be the rebound. And here's Paul George. Stops just ahead of Karl-Anthony Towns.
In transition by Harkless into the wing pick by Zubac gave Paul George a wide open look.
Wiggins finds Covington, and Cov converts. He catches a shot in rhythm. He takes a rhythm 3. He's got a high percentage. Kawhi Leonard's got a pretty high percentage in this game. 9 of 14 from the floor, 27 points.
You almost got to readjust how you're playing him.
Wiggins gets his way to the hoop.
Or free throws, however. Good closeout by PG.
Covington finishes.
Zubac does is at the rim. Most of his shot attempts are inside 3 feet.
Man kicks it out to Paul George. And George in the corner, he'll take
it just hurts.
Jump shot from the elbow.
They come down and give it to Paul George. We come down and give it to Jarrett Culver versus Towns, Covington, and Wiggins.
Yeah, and that time we gave it to Terrence Mann on the turnover. George converts away with it. Okogie tried to kick it out to Culver, but active hands. And Paul George ends up with the basketball, feed to Zubac. Mo Harkless. Now it's George behind the back pass to Zubac. Fighting through the lane and through traffic. Zubac. Wiggins just been pounded out there beyond the three-point line when he has the ball.
Well, they weren't guarding They weren't guarding Gorgie.
But they're good defensively, and sometimes it seems like they're on a power play. George just slides, has it now 4 on the shot clock. Has the ball stripped away, got it back, and Andrew Wiggins ends up with the back.
It's a really tough defense. These guys are a bunch of pit bulls out here.
Second chance try.
We're going to call it every single time. If you're going to call it with 1.1 seconds to decide a game,
then it should be called.
It should be called all the time.
Elbow, you hit him in the shoulder. Like the fleshy part though, between the elbow and the shoulder. 3 points from the corner in Mo Hart, top shape, tip-top condition. I asked Doc Rivers before the game, just if he notices, does he, are there times Jeff Teague hits the shot? Are there never? He's even Doc Rivers is surprised at how aggressive that guy who just hit the three, try to see if they have a run in them here in the second half. George gets free for 3, but he has set a season high. Teague leaves it for Towns, who missed the first time but followed his miss. George will pass left for Harrell, plows over Teague.
Wow. Jeff Teague.
They'd probably like to see that number higher. Teague. Nice little touch on that. The first practice and the only practice this team has had with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard together. Teague with another.
James Harden. Where will Paul George and Kawhi Leonard end up as Towns knocks down the triple?
Of the 11 of Minnesota's final 11 in the third quarter. All 10 of Teague's third quarter points came right there at the end. And then Minnesota's got 12 assists.
They're playing a ton in isolation.
Okogie strong on the 3, but Karl Anthony Towns is there. And now the Wolves need a stop. They're not going to get it that time, though. 2 more for Paul.
And scoring themselves. PG and Kawhi Bentley in that regard, and then Karl Anthony Towns gets
with a spin move, but couldn't lose Walton Jr. All the way to the other side. Teague works it around and in.
Jeff Teague keeping, how simple are they keeping it? Paul George on the screens or pick and roll, Kawhi Leonard in transition.
Wiggins.
Andrew, passes aren't catchable a lot of times.
Covington went for the steal on the defensive end, didn't get it, regroups. Leonard hits the 3.
Both have 40 points now in the game.
Towns answers with a 3. George frees himself up for a 3. Patterson tips it to keep it alive, but he tipped it to Okogie. And Josh Okogie finishes.
Shrinking up to a thimble.
Teague gets it to Karl. Towns open for 3 and 1.
You got to get some stops still too.
Exactly.
Obviously.
Paul George, tough 3-point shot is short. Oh, tipped in. Covington.
3, pump fake and let him fly by, or pump fake and drive it.
Lob pass into Harrell. And Montrezl Harrell, they get the points they need. Good time for Wiggins here. The give and go from Towns. Karl Anthony Towns for Wiggs.
Back 6.
George drives right into Karl Anthony Towns. The Wolves cannot have too many more empty possessions here. Wiggins with the 3. And he hits it. Andrew Wiggins. Wolves are within 5. 2 minutes to go. Harrell drives and gets the basket. Wiggins passes it out. Okogie to the rack. Gives it up to Wiggins. Off the glass for 2. It's a 4. And the second one rolls out. Oh no! Outlet pass from Covington to Teague. And Montrezl Harrell will just let the clock run out. An impressive second half comeback by the Timberwolves, but they could not finish.